Disappointed. I'm probably gutted. Something has to change, but I don't know who knew what. I'm thinking, why don't it just come out now then? You know, I knew, and I'm hearing everybody else is saying they've only just found out. It's breaking news.
What have you made of him?
The drug cheat.
Is that a fight you'd entertain?
No, definitely.
At no point, no.
They've done him a raw deal, I think. But I say it, I'm truthful. They should have had more brains. It was a fucking pathetic move.
It was positive after traces of cocaine were discovered as a result of a routine test that was given to the voluntary anti-doping agency. It's understood that the anti-doping data on the
Boxing insiders tore into Conor Benn after his win over Chris Eubank Jr. And honestly, it's outrageous. Benn's so-called victory looked less like skill and more like the effects of performance enhancers. Eubank never stood a real chance. Every punch he threw was smothered by Benn's unnatural power, speed, and stamina. It didn't resemble a boxing match, it looked like a science experiment in motion.
The Conor failed a drug test. That is a fact. It's not been denied anywhere. There's lots of talk about, let's see how this works out, and, he's entitled to get his day and so forth. Well, it should be dealt with very quickly, and it can be.
Anthony Joshua isn't holding anything back, and why should he? Benn's victory now sits under a heavy cloud of suspicion. Fans are stunned. This wasn't raw talent on display. It was chemistry at work. The shots were hard, sure, but let's be honest, Eubank Jr. wasn't outboxed. He was overwhelmed by something that didn't belong in the ring.
To accept that. I think what they want to see is, blood, him get hurt and take him out.
The controversy keeps escalating. Whispers have grown into open outrage. Adam Catterall points to a disturbing reality. Benn's fight day test is raising more questions than anyone can count. Fans are furious, doubting every punch, every flurry, every moment. The win feels hollow now, as if the fight was shaped by chemistry rather than courage.
Connected to this, it's even more shocking. You just highlighted there, this is the noises that this is a voluntary.
Johnny Nelson cut straight through the noise. Benn may have looked faster, stronger, and more explosive, but that wasn't natural ability. That was chemical enhancement. Every highlight from the fight feels like an insult to genuine boxing talent. Eubank Jr.'s loss feels less like defeat and more like watching a laboratory experiment wearing gloves.
I always say, it don't matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, it might make you fit, it doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. So until more news comes out, you just got to deal with it. Let's not.
Eddie Hearn's comments make one thing clear: Benn is dangerously close to losing everything. His win over Eubank Jr. is under a microscope, and the British Boxing Board isn't ignoring the red flags. Fans are mocking the situation as Benn's big moment collapses into scandal. No amount of hype can protect him now.
The British Boxing Board of Control aren't. So we have to speak with them, deal with the legal situation and see where it lands. And this is quite fresh. Obviously, I don't even think it's 30 minutes. I think it's more like 10 or 15 minutes since that. And, we'll see what...
John Fury doesn't sugarcoat it. This wasn't just cheating, it was reckless endangerment. Benn's actions put another fighter at serious risk. The idea that anyone could celebrate this victory is absurd. It's not a win. It's a crime against the sport, and the public knows it.
If Conor Benn's been using, ban the fucker. Ban him. Because it's a dangerous sport. Whatever they do and whatever they don't. But I'm having no opinion on it at all. A man's innocent till proved.
Duke McKenzie nails the bigger picture. Benn hasn't just damaged his own name, he's stained his father's legacy. The elder Benn fought with honor, grit, and integrity. His son chose shortcuts and banned substances. This win is a disgrace, and boxing fans everywhere are shaking their heads.
It's like a slap in the face for his dad. His dad was an absolute warrior. I remember his dad world fighting, and he was an absolute warrior, and some of the fights he had will go down in boxing history as being some of the most savage fights ever. I don't think his dad ever got done for anything illegal. And to me, it's just wrong.
Carl Frampton says what everyone is thinking. Benn isn't just breaking rules, he's endangering the sport itself. Elite fighters carry responsibility, and using performance enhancers is unforgivable. A lifetime ban wouldn't be excessive. Fans and fighters alike are disgusted as Benn's moment of triumph disintegrates into humiliation. His win is now drenched in shame, proving shortcuts don't just damage reputations, they risk lives.
High-profile guys getting caught, and it's just horrible. Genuinely, and I know you were about saying without going fucking fully mental here, I just believe if you're caught with any performance-enhancing drug, you should be banned.
Dave Caldwell's reaction says it all. Benn's actions inspire disgust, not debate. This isn't about skill anymore, it's about morals. Whether it's his first failed test or his fifth, the arrogance is blinding. Every punch in that fight is tainted with suspicion. His dominance collapses the moment you consider possible PED use. Even before the facts are fully settled, the humiliation is permanent.
Now, cheating bastard. You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
Adam Catterall exposes the deeper issue. Benn's win highlights severe flaws in boxing oversight. Voluntary testing cannot be taken lightly when lives and careers are at stake. Benn may have walked away with a belt, but the real damage is the precedent he's set. Fans and fighters are furious, seeing safety and fairness crumble. This isn't just about one fight, it's about the integrity of the sport. Benn's recklessness is a stark reminder that shortcuts come with a heavy cost.
Correct. This should not be their decision. The British Boxing Board of Control should be standing up and taking the voluntary anti-doping test seriously. Absolutely. Yes, I know that you work with the UK anti-doping, I know that, but this is a test. He's popped hot. Let's look into it properly. What happens what if something happens on Saturday night?
Absolutely.
What if we've already got a safety issue?
Gareth A. Davies drops a stunning detail: 14 supplements. That's not training, that's chemistry. Suddenly Benn's win over Eubank Jr. feels like watching a pharmaceutical experiment. Every surge of energy now has an explanation, and it's not good. Fans are horrified. Using a cocktail of substances is an insult to fighters who earn their power honestly. Benn's victory has become a punchline, a humiliating display of how far someone can stray from boxing ethics.
On it this morning, I'm just slowly coming up. One of my colleagues, Jeremy Wilson's doing it for the Telegraph. He's the drugs expert, or the doping expert on the desk, and I think there was something like 14 supplements that he was using.
Johnny Nelson makes it plain. Benn may have flooded his system with chemicals, but no drug can teach timing, intelligence, or ring craft. PEDs might boost strength or aggression, but they don't create boxing mastery. Eubank Jr. may have been outpaced, but Benn's advantage clearly came from the lab, not the gym. Fans are incredulous. What Benn called a masterclass now looks like an artificial performance. This wasn't boxing. It was chemistry class with gloves on.
Drugs don't make you a better fighter. Drugs may make you a little stronger, may make you a little, give you a bit more energy, but it don't make you technically smart. It doesn't give you all of that. You know, so those drug cheats that do it purposely, you've got to remember, you know, why are you doing it? What difference is it going to make? It's going to make you like a boxing Einstein?
Dave Caldwell voices the anger felt across the sport. Benn's reputation is taking a beating, and deservedly so. The man who bragged about beating Eubank Jr. now stands exposed, with every fan and analyst seeing the truth. One failed test or many, it doesn't matter. The stain on his legacy is permanent. Each highlight now looks fake, each celebration empty. Benn chose cheating over talent, and the disgrace is impossible to mask.
It's fucking hell, cheating bastard.
Yeah.
You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
Tony Bellew's words cut sharply. Benn may look physically superior, but the supposed technical superiority is an illusion. Eubank Jr. is the more skilled boxer, period. Benn only appeared better because chemistry was doing the heavy lifting. Every combo looks enhanced, every punch manufactured. Fans are furious as Benn's performance crumbles under scrutiny. His dominance was a mirage. His credibility is disintegrating with every revelation.
Conor is a far better fighter than Chris Eubank Jr. is a boxer.
Technically, yeah.
And that's the problem that Chris Eubank Jr. is having. He's got this thing in his mind, he's a masterful boxer. No, you're not.
No.
I'm sorry, no, you're not.
Aladipo raises an alarming possibility. Benn's enhancement may involve more than steroids. The suspected use of cocaine as a masking agent takes this scandal from bad to catastrophic. What looked like a legitimate win now feels like a deception of the highest order. Fans and pundits are horrified. Benn's triumph has become a cautionary tale in real time. His reputation is collapsing, turning his victory into a symbol of recklessness and fraud.
That's kind of easier to digest. This is weird. I don't know if cocaine, I honestly, I don't know if cocaine is now used as a masking agent for a performance-enhancing drug.
The Conor Benn saga has spiraled into one of British boxing's biggest humiliations. What should have been a tough, honest win over Eubank Jr. has devolved into a showcase of cheating and deception. Fans are livid. Analysts are calling him out. 14 supplements, possible masking agents, and a reliance on chemistry over craft have stripped Benn of legitimacy. The ring is meant to showcase courage, skill, and heart, not experiments. Eubank Jr.'s legacy remains intact. Benn's win is now a warning to every fighter: shortcuts destroy everything. Boxing deserves honor, not scandals. So tell me, should Conor Benn face a lifetime ban? And can any victory ever erase this level of disgrace? Let's see your thoughts.